It's so windy today, I seen an airplane flying backwards a minute ago. Well, welcome back, everybody. Today, thought I'd introduce us to our new project. Some of y'all seen it in the background. Some of the other videos. We're going to call this the Barn Find 67. We're going to call it a C10, even though it is a GMC C15. That's a little tip. If you're looking on Marketplace, search for the GMCs. Search for C15. A lot of people list stuff and never put C10 in it. You can get a better deal sometimes on a GMC that's been sitting on Marketplace and nobody looking at it because they're looking for a Chevrolet C10. I've got $525 in this truck the way it sits. It is a long bed. I'm going to get the camera around here in a minute. We're going to take a look down the side. I'm going to go over kind of my plans for it. I was hoping to have it done this year. Don't know if I will. I've got the 83 where I can drive it, so I'm kind of not quit on it, but I've been just wiring the roads out with it. So I'm going to get the camera around here. We're going to start on this. Kind of give you an idea. I'm not going to start on it today. I'm just going to kind of go over it, give you an idea, tell you what I know about the truck. As far as titled owners, I am the second owner. My uncle, the truck sat down the road. My uncle bought it from the original owner's son. He had passed away. His grandsons took the hood off, took the air cleaner off, took the valve covers off, and then it just sat. So the motor is stuck. And it's got a motor that a lot of people don't even know GMC built. People think Chevrolet and GMC are the same. Nowadays they are. Since the mid-70s they were the same. But honestly, GMC was far superior, in my opinion, even in the 50 models, like the one sitting back here, than Chevrolet. That 50 model came originally with a 228 with a full pressurized oiling system. 1950 Chevrolet 216 did not have that. This truck has a big block, what they call a big block. It's a V6. I tell people it's a 305, and they're like, well, 305 wasn't available in 67. GMC it was, and it was a big block, what they call a big block V6. I'll pull the hood off here. I'll kind of give y'all a gander of it. It's pretty much a boat anchor. It's all coming out. We're going to put a LS in it. 4L80, maybe a 60, whatever we can find a good deal in. Vintage heat and air, and it's going to get chopped down. Yeah, so if you're a long bed enthusiast or a purist, yeah, you probably ain't going to watch the video or two after this, whenever we cut this one. Alright, so I'm just trying to squeeze in here. The old truck is actually really straight. I bought the truck from, actually, my dad. My uncle bought it from the original owner's son. The original owner had passed away, and they wanted to keep it original. My uncle wanted to keep the truck original. Couldn't find a motor. The motor, like I said, is locked up tighter than Dick's hat band, and it was going to be just a pain to put a straight six, try to get everything to work. It was going to be more than what he wanted to do. So my dad bought the truck. Well, it ended up being more than what I guess my dad wanted to do, which I ended up being the one doing it anyway. But I made my dad an offer, told him I'd like to have it, and he pretty much let me have it for what he gave for it. So I'm not about keeping them original. So it's going to get LS swap lowered a little bit. We're going to keep the original. It's actually had a repaint, but I believe it's like the 505 green paint originally. We're going to buff it out, probably clear coat it, depending on how good my scars turn out when I cut the bed down. Probably won't even try to touch them up, probably just clear right over the scars. But the truck is getting cut down. I've had these wheels for God, I've had them for probably 20 plus years. It's a set of C10 wheels. They were 15 by 7s. They were banded to, no, those were 15 by 8s. They were banded 2 inches. So they're a 15 by 10 for the rear. I've got a set of factory, these goofy hubcaps, but I've got a set of factory 15 by 8 for the front. So it's going to get the steel wheels on it. I'm going to lower the back probably 2 or 3 inches in the front, probably 2 inches. Going to do it the same way we done my son-in-law's 87. If you watched it, it's kind of the first videos I kind of started putting on here, just goofing around. We're going to cut it down pretty well. Everything we done to the 87, we're going to do to this one, plus LS swapping it. Now the interior I am going to repaint, and I am going to paint it back the fawn metallic color. I'm going to have the seat redone, put a new dash pad carpet in it. May try to put a tilt wheel, not for sure. It needs some loving. This door's been backed into while it was open. They backed into something while the door was open, and it has it kind of jammed forward, sprung a little bit. But, you know, in any rust, I am going to fix and paint. The truck's pretty solid. It has a little bit of rust in the rockers, as you can see. But we're going to do rockers if it needs floors. Cab corners, going to repair any of the rust and try to paint match it back this patina look. I don't know if I can get into the other side, but I'm probably going to have to put fenders on it. This one I might be able to save. This one's not really that bad. I may be able to save this one and do a little patching on it. The passenger one, it's been hit pretty good and has it buckled out. Has a good buckle in it. But like I said, we're going to try to paint match it to match the patina of the truck and just clear coat the whole truck. The truck is straight. Other than this fender, it is really straight and doesn't have, from what I can tell, a whole lot of rust. Top of the cab, you know, most of the time these are really bad to rust out up here. It is in excellent shape. I mean, it's got some surface rust. This is one part we are going to paint. My plans, now whether I can get all this done or not, I'm really slow. I always have a lot of other stuff going on, but my plans is to paint the top white, just like it would have been factory, and get the stainless trim for the separator, the paint separator. But I'm really looking forward to this one. Really looking forward to it. I'm going to get the hood off here, show you this big block B6. So here is the original, what I call a big block B6. This is a 305. This was actually pretty popular in a lot of the half-ton trucks back in the 60s. They put this motor, I think, in some of the 73, 74s before they discontinued it. You could get a Chevrolet motor in the GMC pickups, but this was GMC's motor. It was never, as far as I know, put into any of the Chevrolets. If you notice, those valve covers they're as big as a small block. They kind of look like a 409, kind of like that W, what they call the W block or whatever. I am going to keep the valve covers. We are going to use those. I don't know who we is. I'm going to use these. Try to use them as coil covers for the LS motor I put in here. I just thought they'd be kind of cool to have a little bit of the original history with the motor, in here still. The firewall is going to get repainted. Inner fenders are going to get painted. Inside of the fender is going to get painted. I want everything under the hood nice and clean and neat. We're going to do power disc brakes. I have a cross member out of it's an 86 Suburban with a 373 10-bolt 5-lug rear end. So we are going to I am going to 5-lug disc brake swap this, and I have nothing in it. So I'm going to be able to do all that for free. I am going to go through it, do ball joints, anything it needs while I'm doing it. I'll have to get a motor in here first, though, to get some weight to take those ball joints out. But a lot of people didn't realize that GMC had different engines than Chevrolet. And honestly, like I said before, like the 50 model back there, they are, the 50 models especially, they were far superior to the Chevrolet engines. That one came factory with a 228, which had a full pressurized oiling system in 1950. 1950 Chevrolet would have had a 216 with Babbitt bearings and just oil slingers. So, so the old straight sixes were far superior, in my opinion, to what the Chevrolet engines were. This 305 V6, I believe, they had around 135 horsepower and around 230 foot-pound of torque. GMC made tons of variations of this engine, though. My grandpa had a 2-ton wedge bed truck that he hauled the dozer on, and it had a 478 V6 like this in it. Now, it had quite a bit more power. I'm not for sure what it was, but they also made, I believe, like a 351, a 401. They made quite a few different cubic inches of this motor. I've never drove one with a 305 in it, the 305 V6 like this. They are a 60-degree motor. I do know that. Kind of like the 2.8 in the S10. You know, so the bell housing pattern and everything is most likely going to be different. I've never pulled one of these out. This is actually all going to the scrap yard unless one of y'all want it. It will not have the valve covers on it. And as you can see, it's rained at some point. Got moisture down in here. This motor is stuck. Like I said, my uncle bought it from the son of the original owner. I ended up with it from my uncle through my dad, because once they bought it, they realized they didn't want to fool with it. My dad bought it. I'd end up being the one working on it anyway. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to just buy the truck and build it the way I want to build it. So that's kind of the plan. Cut down to a short bed, 5-lug disc brake swap, probably about a 2 or 3 inch drop in the back, a couple inches in the front. The 15 by 10 steel wheels on the rear, 15 by 8s on the front. Probably run like a 265 tire in the back and a 235 on the front. But that's kind of the plan for it. And hopefully here in the next video, we're going to drag this puppy out and get started on it. Probably going to try and decide what I want to do first. I need the truck where I can roll it around so I can cut it, and the wheels on the passenger side will not come off. You can grab the lug nuts and just break them off with your hand, like they just crumble. There's nothing there. It's rusted so bad. So may end up putting the cross member under the front first, where I can get, I've got plenty of 5-lug rallies where I can roll the front end around. May end up doing the 5-lug disc brake swap on the front first, and then cutting the rear. Just have to see. I'll have to see. I don't know. I'll have to see how it goes. But that's kind of the plan for it. So hang around. This is going to be a pretty cool little ride, I hope, when I'm done. I'd like to be done by this fall, but I doubt it. I honestly doubt I'll have it done. But hang around. It's going to be a really cool project. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And by the way, I cut my beard off. It got really cold. Like, I wish I had it back. Yeah, winter come back. It's dogwood. Yeah, maybe not dogwood yet. It's one of the 5 or 6 winters we have in the spring in Tennessee. So, but don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, hang around. The old barn find 67 C10. Going to be a pretty cool little project. And hopefully the next video or two, we're going to start on it, hopefully. I've still got my brother-in-law's 78 K10 to do the cab rust repair on, so we may end up doing that before we pull this one out and get started on it. Or I may. I don't know who we is. I keep saying we. You know, you would think I was in French, but I'm not French. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. So maybe this is the we I talk about, because what's mine is hers and what's hers is hers. The shop assistant.